The personal trainers laughed at me when I said that I can guarantee them clients and to be able to make money. But then I showed them this. As the two big problems I faced when I was a personal trainer was one, not knowing how much can a personal trainer actually make, what's the actual lifestyle a personal trainer can ultimately have, and what's the real business a successful trainer has. Because I'll be perfectly honest, when I was a trainer back in Dubai, I was successful from the outside looking in, but it was a lie. I had a team of personal trainers working for me. I had a full book of clients for myself, and I was charging a premium, but I wasn't living the life that I wanted. And that came to the second biggest problem, was not knowing what it is that I need to do, from running an okay business to really running a business that gave me more money, more freedom, and the ability to help more people with my passion for health and fitness. And that's why I want to introduce you to Samuli, that's been able to sign on over 40 high-ticket online coaching clients really quickly and earning now over $10,000 a month. And then there's Adam that started from scratch and was able to sell $12,000 in his first launch and then fully book his online high-ticket programs. And then there's Callum that just from a couple of weeks from starting was able to sell $39,000 of personal training in just 2 days. And yeah, I know, me saying those numbers right now, you're probably thinking, Chris, that sounds like complete and utter BS. And I would have thought the same thing not that long ago. But it's why I want to show you exactly what the coaches are doing and why we want to break down into a different model. Because the biggest problem you can face as a coach is being stuck in the old model, where these coaches I'm showing you have made the switch to the new model, and this is how you can have the same results. And this is the way that I see it. We have the old way. This is really where a couple of things are going to be happening. You're working hard, having to see clients one-on-one. You're stuck in the time for money trap, which really is you selling your most precious asset, which is your time. You've got split shifts, which really is you going in the morning, seeing clients, and then I had to go back and see clients in the afternoon as well. You get these little time in the middle of the day where usually it was me training myself, getting some food, having a small rest, and then having to get back to the gym. Your income is capped because you can only see so many clients in a day because there's only so many hours in a day. And then there's only so much you can really charge as well. But let's be perfectly honest, there's a lot of good. You're able to actually see clients and be able to help them, really be able to transform them as well. And you're doing the work that you absolutely love. So when we look at the old way, we've got this section here, which is you working hard. And the problem is, ultimately, you're making little. But then what we have is the new way. The coaches that we've just been talking about, what it is that you're able to actually make this switch over to. And by no means is this a magic silver bullet. You have to do the work. There is work that you must do, especially when getting started. And you're going to have to follow the actual processes as well. So this is something that you actually have to make sure that you're going to be putting the hard yakka in. But at the end of the day, the difference really is that number one, you're not in the time for money trap. You have an ability to have an uncapped income. You're doing the work from anywhere that you actually really want. You're able to choose the hours that you really want at the end of the day. And you're ultimately going to be able to have the ability to have the freedom as well. So at the end, you're going to be working less. And the big difference is you're going to make more. And the choice is really you. Which model do you want? Do you want to be stuck in the old way, knowing what it is that you're ultimately doing? Because you could be working so hard, but the problem is you're working so hard in the actual wrong model. It's not going to give you what you ultimately want. It's not going to give you the money that you want. It's not going to give you the impact that you want. It's not going to give you the freedom that you want. Or do you want the new way, which is you being able to work less and make more, really putting your expertise into the right model for you to have what you want. But let's be perfectly honest, there is no one-size-fits-all cookie-cutter approach that's going to work for you. It completely depends on what it is that you're actually starting out as. Are you starting from scratch, or have you been in the game for many years? And also it depends on where it is that you want to go. How much money do you want to be earning? What's the type of work that you want to be doing? Where do you actually want to do that work from? And that's why we've broken it down into 5 key models, and why I want to actually show you how 7 personal trainers just like you have been able to move and make the switch from the old model to the new model. Because when we actually think about it, when you make the switch right now, and I'm going to show you exactly what the coaches have been able to do, you're going to be like, all right, done, sold. How do we actually make the move right now? And obviously I want to show you how to do that. So let's actually just get into the
nuts and bolts of this stuff right now. So first up, I want to show you what Callum was able to do. He was working in a hardware store. He had a passion for health and fitness, but he had to have a 9-to-5 job. And well, he was able to sell $39,000 of personal training in just 2 days. So the pro coach, if you want to be able to do this model surrounds, if you want to be able to actually have the ability to do your face-to-face coaching and be able to do online coaching as well, you can start pairing these things together. The model number 2 that we call the power coach is where we can actually have a leverage face-to-face coaching model, and we do online coaching at the same time. So let's go to the next one right now. So what we've got is the authority coach. So this is high ticket online coaching, and there's 2 coaches that I want to make sure that you see able to do. What I want you to look at first is actually Bruno, because he said it right here. Here, before he started, he had $500 a month revenue, and now he's able to do over $12,000 a month. Now, the cool thing as well is, if we actually look at the other bit, he was working as a physical therapist before while trying to get his online coaching up and running. But now he's able to live anywhere in the world. He's actually here in Bali, and it's awesome because we're actually going out for lunch later today. But what we're going to be able to do is he can do it anywhere in the world. And then you've got Somali on the other hand, that's doing over €10,000 a month. So now let's think about Chase. This is a really good situation of what we've got going on here. Okay, so online group coaching, he's not doing any more face-to-face coaching anymore. He's been able to completely step away from it. Him and his fiance are literally traveling the world, and he's being able to fund everything in his entire life with this. Let's put this in a nutshell. The last model, which is the Maverick model. So this is being able to actually combine the whole lot together at the end of the day. So let's look at Aaron, for example. So take note, $137,000 per month. That's just in a month, $137,000 at the end of the day. And there's another session that you'll see in the case studies of Ryan being able to do $1 million model as well. That's going to be using face-to-face and the online means together. So what you need to do right now is you're going to need to go, right, I need to choose what my model is. You got to figure that out for yourself. I can't give you an answer because I'm talking to you through a screen right now, and I don't have you face-to-face. If I have you face-to-face, and this is why the easiest next step is just simply jumping on a strategy session, is we can figure out which of these 5 models are actually going to be the best fit for you.
So if you want to see how the 7 personal trainers have made the switch from the old to the new model, then click the link below. You'll get free access to the case studies, and you'll be able to book a time in with a strategy coach so we can walk you through exactly what the right model is for you, and to give you a custom plan to show you what the next steps are as well. So this is an absolute game changer, and you'll see that when you actually go through it, because let's be perfectly honest, the game is changing and the time is now for you to make the change. Otherwise, you could be left behind.